Okay, let's get into this. Imagine, if you will, a really quiet monastery, just as the sun's coming up.
Hmm.
Soft light, maybe a hint of incense in the air, birds are just starting to sing. It's peaceful.
Yeah, sets a scene.
And that's the backdrop for our deep dive today. We're looking at some fascinating source material.
Uh-huh.
They're excerpts from a document called 28, sandandmandala.pdf,
Right.
and also an article that really digs into the teachings from this practice.
And what's great about these is they give us this window into a dialogue, yeah,
Yeah,
between a master monk and a student monk.
exactly. Talk about the whole life cycle of a sand mandala, creating it, and then, well, destroying it.
Which sounds counterintuitive at first.
Totally.
Yeah.
And our mission here, really, for you listening, is to pull out the big ideas,
Hmm.
about creation, how things don't last forever, even resilience,
Mm-hmm.
how we bounce back.
All from this ancient practice.
Right. It might seem esoteric, but we think there's some really practical wisdom here for, like, everyday life, relationships, work, personal growth, stuff that matters to you.
Yeah, absolutely. So the scene gets set in the Mandala Hall, dawn light. You mentioned the materials, colored sand, these special funnels, scrapers.
You can almost picture the focus.
Definitely. And right near the start, the master monk drops this central puzzle. The mandala isn't just for beauty or meditation. The whole point, fundamentally, is that it's going to be destroyed.
And you can just imagine the student going, wait, what?
Right, all that work.
All that meticulous effort, every grain of sand placed so carefully, and then you just sweep it away.
Mm-hmm. But the master explains the core teaching pretty quickly. He says the mandala, its creation and its destruction, is basically a reflection of, well, everything. How nothing stays the same.
So the building part teaches awareness, precision.
And the destruction teaches detachment, letting go. It's like they're two sides of the same coin, showing us that impermanence is just the nature of things.
That's a huge takeaway right there. Creation, destruction, it's a cycle.
And it doesn't stop there. The master then guides the student through making the mandala, and each layer, each ring, turns out to represent a different stage of, like, inner development or consciousness.
Okay, let's unpack those layers because they sound really significant. The first one, the outermost.
That's the circle of protection. Think of it as crossing a threshold.
Right, like leaving the noise of the everyday world behind and stepping into a more sacred internal space. The master says it's about ditching the ego, the judgments, the distractions.
Oh, that mental clutter.
Yeah. And it immediately makes you ask, doesn't it? What are you, still letting occupy your headspace that doesn't actually help you?
That's a powerful question. Then you move inwards to the ring of fire.
Not literal fire.
No, symbolic. It's about purification, burning away illusions, letting go of anger, greed, those false ideas of who we think we are, identities that maybe don't fit anymore.
So it's like an internal spring clean.
Kind of, yeah. And the question there becomes, what do you need to consciously release to step more fully into who you really are? It's about purifying that inner space.
Makes sense.
Next.
The ring of lotus petals. This one's about the heart opening up.
Ah, the lotus. Rises from the mud, but stays clean. Classic symbol.
Exactly. So this ring represents compassion unfolding. But it's a specific kind, understanding others' pain without getting, completely swamped by it. Empathy without losing yourself.
That's a tricky balance, being able to feel with someone, but not be dragged down. So are you willing to connect with other struggles without letting it overwhelm your own peace?
Then comes the square of the palace. And this one's interesting, a bit of a paradox.
A square inside the circles.
Yeah. It represents the need for some inner structure, discipline, balance, a framework for the self, but it has 4 gates facing outwards. Meaning openness. Openness to different perspectives, all directions. So it's not rigid walls, it's like structured openness. Structure and flexibility. Okay. So where in your life, listener, do you need maybe clearer boundaries, but also more openness?